Hey everyone, what's going on? So we are playing more Pokemon Shuffle today, 10 more UX stages, and I'm so excited to jump right into these. I would say that this batch is kind of easier than some of the other ones. There's a couple stages that I actually had quite a bit of trouble on. That would be Ferret and Golurk, but we'll talk about those as we get to them. Beginning with Simipour, and Simipour is not a difficult one, so that's good news, at least in my opinion. We do have the Meganium for Block Shot. Obviously, you know, a Rock Shot user or even a Barrier Shot user should be good. This is just like the other Elemental monkeys. I mean, they're not difficult, so you should be able to handle it. You know, I do have the Hyperbolt Pikachu, which is definitely a good option. If you don't have it, you could definitely go in with the Last Ditch Effort Pokemon that's super effective. Totally recommend it as long as you're not going for the S rank, because if you're going for the S rank, it wouldn't be the best idea to go you know, for those Last Ditch Effort Pokemon, because you can't S rank them that way. But yeah, quite a bit of HP, so maybe not the easiest one. The other monkeys are probably easier, but this one is still really tough. At least I'm still quite easy compared to some of the other stages we face. So hopefully you guys have the like Meganium, and you should be able to handle this one. If you do, Meganium was really important on this one, at least to me, in my opinion. Yeah, a Tapper like Shiny Mega Charizard X would be better than Ampharos, so totally recommend that if you have it. You know what, even another Tapper. Ampharos is definitely not the best Mega on this stage, because it's not guaranteed to destroy like those ice or blocks if you want to get rid of those. So I totally recommend like a Tapper. That's probably what I recommend on most stages, because it's definitely the best way to go. I mean, we use Tappers all the time on this channel. That's why I like to change things up occasionally and use Mega Ampharos or Mega Gyarados, things like that. Pokemon that we don't normally see, or that are at least not as good as like Shiny Mega Charizard X or things like that. But I still use those as well because they're really good. You know, the Alola Cat Pikachu is fantastic because it does disrupt with Simisage. It's not much though, so you may want to leave one of the spots blank. You could leave a spot blank and not go with like a Last Ditch Effort user if you choose to do that. And then you could have more things to shout out. That actually might be better. So I'm not sure if we activated the Hyperbolt in this game, but we definitely didn't need it. We would have been able to beat it regardless. I believe we did go for it, but you know, either way, it could have knocked out Simipour. Anyway, so we didn't go for it, so we went for the Shadow Pikachu. So able to clean up Simipour, so that's really nice. Definitely not a difficult stage compared to some other ones. And it actually doesn't have that much HP, so when I said it had a lot, I didn't mean a lot. I guess it, you know, it's a little bit tanky, I guess. But either way, that is Simipour, so we do go ahead and beat that, so nice. One stage done. Moving on, Kabuto. Now, Kabuto is a 3 Pokemon stage, so you might think, oh, it's not that bad. And to be fair, it's not the most difficult stage in the world. However, it does have quite a bit of HP just because it is a 3 Pokemon stage and it's a UX stage. So, of course, it's going to have a lot of HP. It does make sense. I'm basically going in with 2 super effective Hammer and Streak Pokemon just because, for the most part, you'll have Hammer and Streak every single turn. So, it's definitely a good way to go and something that I would recommend if you have them invested. However, if you haven't invested in Hammer and Streak, that's totally cool. You could go in with like Shout Out because it does disrupt with Kabuto basically every turn, I believe. So Shout Out would definitely be an awesome way to go, but since I didn't have Shout Out, I used Shiny Mega Charizard X to blow up the Kabuto. Last Ditch Effort and Final Effort would be awesome on the stage. If you have Seismitoad, which has Last Ditch Effort, that would be good. Conkeldurr would be good with Last Ditch Effort. Definitely a good way to go because you only have 7 moves available, and you definitely want to, you know, be able to knock this out, so you'll be able to do a lot of damage. But I think that the most important thing on the stage would be to combo. So, you know, you can definitely want to go and try to combo as much as you can because of the amount of bulk this little Kabuto has. It has quite a bit of HP, so yeah, totally recommend the Last Ditch Effort and whatnot. Typeless combo would actually be fantastic as well, just because you're going to, for the most part, combo a lot on this stage. So you definitely want to be able to add to the damage. So Typeless combo could definitely do that. Other type multipliers can definitely do that too, or combo multipliers can definitely do that, but Typeless combo gives you more of an option, I guess. So totally recommend the Tapu and the typeless combo Pokemon, and you should be good to go. You know, Tapu Fini or Tapu Bulu probably being the best because they're super effective, but even if you have a resistant one like Silvally, that should be good as well. And if I were to do this stage again, I'm sure that I would go in with a typeless combo Pokemon. Now, I got incredibly lucky. I actually really comboed a lot, so we're able to pick up the S rank item list, so that's awesome. Really difficult though. I don't know. It's kind of, it depends. You need to get a little bit of luck on your side. You need to have a little bit of luck on your side to be able to S rank this item list. So, you know, but if you want the S rank, a +5 should be enough on this one, I believe. So that's yet another stage down. And moving on, we have a cute little baby Pokemon, Smoochum, going in with the full fire team. I don't believe there was rock, so I have no idea why I have Typhlosion with me. I guess it was just a bad judgment call on my end, I don't know. But either way, Smoochum has very little HP, so you're definitely not going to have a difficult time with Smoochum. My strategy was basically just to go for Ninetales to activate Burn Plus, and then, you know, basically combo that way, or go for Delphox or whatnot. I needed to get rid of these blocks, which was really annoying. You know, if I had Turtonator maxed out, which I don't, that would have been the best option because you could get rid of these blocks and do a lot of damage, you know, but I have Charizard with Unity Power. I believe Unity Power did go off. I could be wrong, but I believe it did go off. But yeah, as you can see, oh, it does have rocks. Okay, I guess that's why I have Typhlosion. So, Typhlosion, not the worst decision. However, the rocks were destroyed anyway, so I'm not getting any benefit from Typhlosion. But either way, you know, I could see you, if you're going in with like a better team, I could totally see S ranking this item list because it, as I said, Smoochum doesn't have a lot of HP, so you could definitely handle this one. Fire Team is probably what I would recommend, but there's also strong fighting types, so whichever way you want to go about it, you'll be able to handle this one just fine. I guess you could bring a last-ditch effort Pokemon like Heatran, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. We made it to the last 4 moves, but I don't know if it's really going to be something that you need to do, but it is a decent option, so I could definitely see someone bringing that. So that Mega Charizard Y is definitely going to finish off Smoochum, so I will definitely take that. And yeah, definitely an easy stage. That actually, I believe, is the easiest stage in the batch of 10, so that's nice. Not a lot of HP for a UX Pokemon, so kind of surprised with that, but we do pick up 300 more coins, so that's nice. Definitely take all the coins we can get, especially since we've used some for like Buzzwole and other things, you know, so I'll definitely take as many coins as I can get, so that's nice. Moving on, we have Simisage, and Simisage is another one where Mega Charizard Y actually came in really handy because its disruptions, or at least the starting board is shaped in a Y-shaped pattern, so Mega Charizard Y could definitely handle that when it needs to. It destroys all of that, but you know, so that's definitely nice. However, if you don't want to destroy the rocks because you want to use Typhlosion, it might not be the best decision, I guess, but you know, it definitely gets the job done. So this stage was definitely easier than Simipour, I believe. At least to me it was. So as you can see, Mega Charizard Y, excellent choice for this, just because the disruptions are in perfect alignment for Charizard Y. Unity Power activating, doing over 9,000, almost 10,000 damage. That's absolutely insane, guys. So, you know, that's nice. I love getting that Unity Power off. I believe I set that up. Deliberately. I can't quite recall, but I believe I did. But that's why I love Unity Power. I mean, 80% chance in a match of 5 is really good for the amount of damage it does. So, you know, I use the Charizard a lot. You guys know that. You know, even if it's not a Mega, I use it a lot. Maybe the blocks are not perfect alignment. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they are, I guess. But yeah, either way, I was about to say maybe they're not in perfect alignment, but they actually were, I believe. But you know, either way, definitely not a difficult stage in my opinion. You could go in with a poison team as well. You guys know I use poison quite a bit, so that would definitely be a good way to go. But yeah, so those disruptions, I guess, are not, you know, maybe it disrupts towards the end when it's about to get knocked out. It's a little bit different. Not a big deal. Definitely not a difficult stage. So we're able to handle Simisage just fine. So I will definitely take that. And that isn't A rank, so that's good enough for me. So let's see what we have next. We're up to stage 335. I believe this one was a little bit annoying. I don't think it was bad, but I believe it was annoying. It does disrupt with itself. This is another stage that I don't know how to pronounce this Pokemon's name. Actually, maybe I do. Luminian? I believe that's correct. I believe Luminian is correct. So, yeah, you could actually bring Luminian with you. Totally awesome decision. You know, it might be better than going with the shot-out Pikachu, but I just wanted the shot-out damage. So, you know, I wanted to do the damage, so I just didn't go with it. It does disrupt with Luminian, so I mean, they can match all day long, especially if you bring it. So definitely a good way to go. And one that I might actually do again if I were to do this stage over again. But, you know, just because I wanted the shot-out Pikachu, I didn't go with it. I had debated it, though, but I decided not to. For me, the Shiny Mega Charizard X can tap away that ice and those blocks and those Luminians. So I felt like everything was under control, basically. The 5-match of Rowlet definitely helping out. So Rowlet did help out a lot in this stage. You know, not the best Unity Power Pokemon, but Rowlet definitely did help. So definitely not bad either. So yeah. Going in with 2 Pikachu, like I usually do, or I do a lot of times, could get a little bit confusing, I guess, just because you have 2 of the same Pokemon, but not really a big deal, because the caps are like completely different colors, so one's red, one's white, so it's really not difficult to tell. Yeah, so I guess it is a tanky Pokemon, but you have a lot of moves to be able to beat it in. I believe it was 20, so you should be able to handle this one. But definitely recommend that Luminian. And instead of Shot Out, I would probably go in with some other burst damage uses. Maybe, you know, there's a bunch of others. There's Luxray, there's Meganium. I believe there were blocks on the field, right? So that could definitely be a good way to go as well. So yeah, definitely other options to go with. Barrier Shot, use if you happen to invest in the Pikachu, that would be good. You know, even a combo multiplier. Yeah, you should be able to handle this stage, I believe. Even though you have a lot of moves left, I totally recommend like Last Ditch Effort if you have it. Of course, I went with Hyper Bolt, but that's because I don't have. Actually, I take that back. I do have a Last Ditch Effort user that's strong against Luminian. I have Dartrix. That's right, I totally forgot about that. So that would actually, I'll start using that instead of Pikachu from now on. So that would actually be a better choice against these types because it's stronger. So definitely something I should do, but I just tend to forget about it for whatever reason. And Last Ditch Effort is a little bit better than Hyper Bolt anyway. But I like using Pikachu, so what can I say? But yeah, we came close. Tanky Pokemon makes sense because it is a UX Pokemon, but that is okay. That is okay because we're still able to handle it. Still not that difficult compared to some of the other stages we have faced and some stages we will face in the future. So, yeah, not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, I hope you guys are checking out some of my other content like Detective Pikachu and Kirby. Really having a fun time playing some other games. You know, I don't want to dedicate the channel just to Pokemon Shuffle, even though that's what I've been doing. So, you know, I am going to start branching out more, but I'm definitely going to continue Pokemon Shuffle. There's no way I'm going to stop it. So, yeah. Anyway, we did come down to a Hyper Bolt range, but, you know, at this point, we didn't need the Hyper Bolt. We would have been able to knock it out anyway. So, that's really nice. Hyper Bolt actually not activating, but again, not a big deal. It does have a 70% activation rate across the board, so I guess it's better than Last Ditch Effort in terms of that because it has more than a 50% chance on a match of 3 to activate, but Last Ditch Effort overall is better because it's guaranteed on a match of 4 and 5. I hope that makes sense to you guys, but we do go ahead and get that B rank, so nice. Moving on, we have another fossil Pokemon in relation to Kabuto. We have Ormanite, and Ormanite is another stage that is not difficult, so that's definitely some good news. You can definitely handle Ormanite just fine, in my opinion. Going in with Meganium, the Hyper Bolt Pikachu, as I've been using countless times, Rowlet, which I've used before. Actually, this is almost the same team as last time, except we don't have the shout-out Pikachu. We have the Meganium instead because it has blocks on the field, or disrupts with blocks. So, yeah, Meganium, definitely the way to go in this stage, in my opinion, just because of the blocks, and you want to do all that damage. So, you know, you might as well go with Meganium if you have it. So, as I said, disrupts with a few blocks, and I guess a rock every few turns and whatnot. Not really a big deal. This is another stage you can go in with a combo multiplier. I've said that in a few stages, just because you can get rid of these blocks basically in one turn. Like if you go for a tap, and then you can just combo until it disrupts again. So definitely a good way to go. Definitely a good way to go. But I was basically just relying on Meganium for the most part. Yeah, a lot of these UX stages, I'm just bringing like Hyper Bolt, Last Ditch Effort, Final Effort, just in case, because I know they're like really tanky, at least a lot of the time. Most of the stages are really tanky, so that's why I just bring those, just so I have something to fall back on, just in case we're not able to knock it out. You know, I know I know I use it a lot, but you know, that's just the way things are. So yeah, more blocks, more rocks, not a big deal, not a big deal. Able to handle these just fine with Meganium. Yeah, so I decided to use Relic just because I don't really use Relic that much, I don't think. I mean, I use it, I tend, like against water types, I tend to go with Luxray more often than not, and there's a couple others that I use. I think I've used Virizion quite a bit. So I just wanted to show some love to Relic in this video. You know, it's one of the Pokemon Ash has, so it's one of my favorite Alola starters. That and Litten. I can't decide which one I like more. But yeah, so decided to. We actually did need the Hyper Bolt Pikachu because look, we're just about halfway, just over half now because of the Relic. But yeah, we're definitely going to need the Hyper Bolt. Might have been able to finish it off if we got lucky on like the Relic matches or even Meganium, but yeah, definitely a really, I get, you know, it's not tough, but it is annoying. I went for that 4-match instead of a Hyper Bolt match just because I had the 4-match available, but, you know, at this point, I knew I needed Hyper Bolt, although it didn't activate, but there we go. So Hyper Bolt definitely doing a lot of damage. So that is really nice. That is really nice. Yeah, so definitely helping out. Hyper Bolt definitely helping out. So, did we beat it this turn? Yes, we did. So, we did go ahead and beat that. So, that's 6 stages down. That Omanite is stage UX 336. Wow. Oops, sorry guys, I just dropped my stylus. But yeah, just beat that stage. Next video is going to be Mega Mewtwo X, and that is so exciting. I don't remember that stage. I don't know what it's like. Like, I remember when I faced it, but I just don't remember what it's like. So I'm really excited. We're up to another boss soon, so definitely going to go ahead and hopefully we have... you know, I have a trump card, so hopefully we have something that can handle it. More than likely not itemless. You know, I was about to say hopefully itemless. No, there's just no way, guys. We're not going to be able to do that itemless, but we'll talk about that more in the next video and see how we do in that one. We'll have to see. But as for now, we're up to Weedle, and Weedle is really, really simple in my opinion. You have, what was it, 12 moves? So going in with a Mega Mewtwo Y team, just for fun. I knew the stage wouldn't be that bad. Although we did have Victini and Hippowdon. I have no idea why I brought Hippowdon. Like, I don't think I was meaning to. I just think I did it. I don't know why. There's really no rhyme or reason why I have Hippowdon. I should have had another Psychic type. Maybe Unknown. Maybe something else. Definitely something else. Actually, why do I have Deoxys for Shadow as well? Maybe it's because it disrupts with some Weedle. I don't remember. But either way, I don't think I have many strong Psychic types besides, like, Deoxys. Oh, yeah, it does disrupt with... So that's why I have the shout-out. But the Hippowdon definitely shouldn't have. But, yeah, as I said, this one's not that bad. You could definitely S-rank this one itemless. But I would say a +5 should definitely give you the S-rank, because this one is not really a bad stage. But obviously, if you're going for the S-rank, Victini is going to be useless. And so is Hippowdon. But, yeah, so... we do go ahead and finish this one. Actually, we did need Victini, but we would have finished it without Victini anyway, so we didn't actually need the Victini or Hippowdon. But, so there we go, knocked out Weedle, so that's awesome. I love Weedle. Caterpie and Weedle are couple of my favorite Pokemon. I just love them. I love the evolutions, so I don't mind playing them again. Sentret. Sentret is actually quite tough, believe it or not, or a little bit tough. Maybe it's not that the most difficult stage in the world. It's not actually, it's not that bad. It is a 3 Pokemon stage. So yeah, a little bit annoying. I believe we beat this one with no moves left. So, I came close on it, but it's not the worst stage in the world. It's not the easiest, but, it's definitely not the worst. So, disrupting with some Sentret, which kind of annoyed me because it messed up my hammering streak chain, but that is okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Just blow those up with a shiny Mega Charizard X. And yeah, basically, this is the same strategy as all the other 3 Pokemon stages, like Kabuto that we just faced. You just want to combo a lot and have some super effective, strong Pokemon that could definitely, do a lot of burst damage as you lead into a combo, if that makes sense. So, yeah, not really comboing a lot for me. I comboed better on Kabuto, but not a big deal because we're still able to beat it. Conkeldurr would have actually been good for this stage. Not sure why I didn't bring it, just so you could, do a lot of damage when you get down to the last 4 moves, because you only have 8 moves, so chances are you're going to get down to the last 4 moves. Yeah, disrupts every turn with a couple Sentret and a block. Not a big deal if you have like Shiny Mega Charizard X or another Tapper. When I definitely handle those just fine. I would totally recommend a Tapper if you have one, just because Sentret is definitely not the most pleasant stage in the world, but it's not the worst either. So it's kind of somewhere in the middle, I guess. I don't know. You guys could, I guess you need a little bit of luck. It's kind of like any other 3 Pokemon stage, although it's probably easier than some of the other 3 Pokemon stages. Excuse me. So, yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, when I said it was tough, it's not really tough. So, you could handle this, but I could see it taking you a couple tries if you get a little bit unlucky. That's basically what I was trying to say. So, yeah, this is Sentret. A really cool Johto Pokemon. So, yeah, not much to contribute other than what has already been said. So, yeah, I believe, as I said, we needed... Actually, maybe we didn't have 0 moves left, did we? Maybe we did, maybe we didn't, I don't remember. So, yeah. I kind of messed up at that point, but that's all right. 1 move left, so yeah, we had no moves left when we beat this. So, but that's okay. So it doesn't really matter as long as we beat it. Yeah. So I believe I was debating on the 4 match of Buzzwole and the 4 match of Shiny Hawlucha at this point. I believe I went for the Hawlucha. Yeah. See, I was debating it. Because Buzzwole's not a guaranteed activation, whereas Shiny Hawlucha is. I just wasn't 100% sure if Shiny Hawlucha would knock it out or not. So I did go for the Shiny Hawlucha, and it didn't knock it out. So we comboed, and that was able to knock it out. So that is nice. That is definitely nice. So to go ahead and beat Sentret just fine. So nice. And 8 stages down, we just have 2 more, and they're definitely the most difficult ones in this batch of 10. More difficult than Sentret or any other stage. We have Ferret. So, yeah, Ferret, definitely not a fun stage. I would say not a fun stage. It has 15 moves, and it has a lot of HP, has a load of HP. It's not the worst. It's not as bad as Golok, which we're going to get into soon, but it's not the funnest stage to play. I didn't think so. The disruption's not really that bad. Doesn't seem that bad. I basically relied on Buzzwole and Conkeldurr. It also disrupts with some Ferret at some point, or at least it can. I don't know if it picks between the blocks and Ferret, but however the disruptions are triggered, it can disrupt with Ferret. That's why I do have the Hitmonlee as well. So, if you have a block shot, use a super effective like I believe Hitmontop. That would be a good way to go. I haven't invested in Hitmontop, unfortunately. I probably will when it comes back, when it's farmable, but I haven't at the moment. So, yeah, Conkeldurr was really obviously just used for the last-ditch effort. So, if I didn't win, because this was, I think, the 3rd try or the 2nd try or something, and if I didn't win this time, I would have used a +5. I have a couple free +5s that I got from checking in and things, so definitely would have used those. if I didn't win this time, or used one of them if I didn't win, just so I could continue to move on in the UX stages. But we do actually go ahead and win, so that's nice, at least. But yeah, as you can see, you know, we're not really making much headway in terms of damage yet, but that's why I was like, okay, if anything's going to save me, it's definitely going to be Conkeldurr. That's what we're going to need if we want to win this stage, yeah. So, yeah, not really the most difficult stage, but it's probably going to be a little bit annoying for you. Now, as you can see, I do have the 4-match of Hitmonlee, but unfortunately there's no Ferret on the field, so I'm not going to be able to go for that, unfortunately. But yeah, comboing a little bit, I think that definitely helped me out in beating the stage, so you definitely want to combo as much as you can. There's a couple Ferrets, so Hitmonlee 5-match, definitely going to be able to remove those, so that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so getting a little bit lucky now on the 4 matches of Buzzwole. The fact that we have 4 matches of Buzzwole, you know. But yeah. So we have more Ferrets, so definitely going to go ahead and go for the 5-match of Hitmonlee just to get rid of those Ferrets. So now we're in Conkeldurr last ditch effort range, and you know we have to go for Conkeldurrs. So luckily Conkeldurr was able to activate. I went for that one on top because I have another 4-match on the bottom, and I wanted to go for both of them, so that's why I did that. Yeah, so, you know, at this point I still knew it wasn't a guarantee win. I was kind of like debating, but we do have another 4-match, so getting a little bit lucky. And we do have another 4-match actually. I didn't see the 4-match at first, but then I saw it as I was looking for it, so definitely gonna go ahead and do that. And actually, I don't believe that knocks it out. Yeah, it didn't, but we comboed a little bit. So, yeah, so close one, similar to Sentret. Both of them were really close, beating both of them with 0 moves left. But hey, at least we do go ahead and knock it out, or knock Sentret and Ferret out. So that's nice. Just have one more stage left in this batch of 10. And you guys know who it is. It's Golurk. And Golurk was actually tough for me. Back in the day, back when I was progressing through the main stages, it was actually a tough one. So I knew I was going to have a tough time on this, so I went ahead and used the +5. I am going in with Final Effort and Last Ditch Effort because, you know, they've just helped me out so much, and I just wanted to definitely beat this one. And it does have a lot of HP. You know, Poplio can get rid of the blocks. Another strategy for this would be to go with like a Alolan Ninetales, so you could freeze it for 7 turns and keep on freezing it, and then you can combo and do a lot of damage that way. That's definitely a good way to go, and that probably is better than this because I'm sure most of you don't have the Oshawott fully maxed out, so I would definitely totally recommend something like that with Alolan Ninetales. If you have that at a high skill level, definitely a good way to go. It does throw on some ice like on the top row and even on the bottom at some point. Not really a big deal with Shiny Mega Charizard X or Tyranitar or Aggron. Whichever way you want to go, definitely can help you out. So yeah. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to beat this one with just the +5, but we were able to. Now, you can definitely beat it itemless, so it is possible. So I'm not saying it's impossible itemless, but, you know, I didn't mind using the +5 just because, first of all, it's free, and second of all, even if it wasn't, it's only like 800 coins, so it's 1,000 on mobile, so it's really not a big deal. So, yeah, I'll definitely use it when I can or when I think I need it. So, you know, right now I have the 5-match of Dartrix, which is unfortunate because we're not in Last Ditch Effort range, so there's no point in going for it. So yeah, just throw on some blocks and ice and things like that. So Poplio is a good way to go. I just got rid of the blocks. Maybe not the best decision because I can't use Poplio now, but it is what it is. That's what I did. Yeah, so for the most part, stalling out until I could activate Last Ditch Effort and Final Effort. You guys know the strategy. I've used it how many times, guys? So I've definitely used it a lot. And I'm sure I will continue to use it in the UX stages because of how difficult a lot of these stages are. So, yeah. So there's more ice on the top row, but I do have the 4-match of Poplio, so definitely going to go ahead and use that. If you have a Barrier Shot user that's super effective, it would be good for this stage, you know, as well. But yeah, so you know, I had like no matches, so I couldn't destroy the ice on the Tidal Shiny Mega Charizard X matches, so I had to wait until the board reset. That's what I was hoping for, and that's what happened. So unfortunately, now I have no Shiny Charizard X matches, so I had to set one up basically just so I can get rid of like these blocks, because even now I had no Poplio match. So yeah. But still, we have 10 moves left, about halfway through, so it's really not too bad. We're doing well. We did need Dartrix and Oshawott, so definitely a good way to go. Yeah, so had to go for the Charizard, Shiny Charizard X match just to get rid of this ice so we can get more Pokemon falling down from the Skyfall. So that definitely annoying definitely annoying. Yeah. So, yeah, so we're coming. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to win, because it was a tough one. Yeah, it was definitely a tough stage. So not the most difficult stage we faced, but it's not the easiest. It's definitely a tough one. So it ranks up there. So, but again, you can do it itemless if you insist on doing it itemless. You definitely can. It's definitely possible. It might take you several tries. It might take you no tries. But it is possible. So we're finally in last-ditch effort range. So we're definitely going to have to hope for a 4 or 5 match of Dartrix. We do have the 4 match of Dartrix, so that is really good. That is really good. But I was also trying to focus on setting up like an Oshawott match. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, so we have more annoying ice. I think I went for the Shiny Mega Charizard X right now just so I can get rid of that ice, so I can have more time to figure out how I'm going to get Final Effort and Last Ditch Effort off. Yeah, setting up the 4 match of Dartrix in the process, so that's definitely a good way to go. So now I have to go for the 4 match. Actually, I was looking to see if I could move the Poplio somewhere to set up the 5 match of Oshawott, but I didn't really feel like I could do that. So yeah, activating that. Now, I actually made a mistake. Right, this is the last turn. I went there. Now, if that gave me a match, I would have actually lost. Thankfully, it didn't give me any sort of match, but we do make the 4 match, and it does activate, so we're able to knock out Golurk on the last move. So that's really awesome. I'll definitely take that, and at least we're done with Golurk. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.